Some of the roadblocks to become a C12 chair, I would say that was me. I was the roadblock. It was a constant fight between my own self as far as what the destined career path for me was going to be. I was fixated and I was brought up, and I believe to lead large organizations, be responsible for lots of things. But God kept pricking at me and letting me know that that was a part of my life. Doesn't mean it won't happen again, but at this stage in life, we need to do this. And so I was the roadblock. I had to get over that, and I had to understand and lean into what God really had called me to do.
I would say the biggest item that we all face is the dynamic of discouragement. And so I think in that, though, that grounding of discouragement has to be countered with the support network. Right? We can't suffer in silence. We have to reach out to the cadre. We have to reach out to the headquarters. There's plenty there to support us. We're not isolated. We're not left alone. They have an encouraging word. They'll pray with you. So I would say the discouragement is a roadblock, but there's no reason for it to stay in place for very long. I would say the other thing that you run into as a roadblock is the challenge of seeing so many Christian CEOs that need C12, but don't know that they need C12. And so there's a dynamic, and maybe I'd label that frustration. It's only a roadblock if you let yourself get tied into that frustration, or you get into the number counting of, I needed that next member. I think both the discouragement and the frustration, they're roadblocks out there. They're part of our fallen human nature. And I think that the sooner we realize that that's just part of the experience, we own it, we acknowledge it, we offer it to others as a source that they can speak into our lives and pray for us, those roadblocks get out of the way too.
The roadblocks that I faced launching in a new market were largely internal. And I said to the Lord just very clearly one day, you got the wrong guy. I'm not old enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough gray hair yet, I don't have letters before and after my name, I'm not ready. Because from my prior experience, I had seen this done well, and I didn't feel like I was at the season of life yet to do that. And so as I'm lamenting this to the Lord, I heard him say to me, good. And I looked at him, I'm like, no, this isn't good. You're sending me somewhere I'm not equipped to go, and I don't know if I'm okay with that. He said, Luke, that's exactly why. He said, if you think that you're good enough, you're smart enough, you're old enough, you're seasoned enough that you've got what it takes to do this job, you're going to do it without me, and it'll be an utter and complete failure. I don't call the equipped, I equip the called. And that thing that had been a cliche I heard so many times in my life just brought such depth and such meaning to me, and it's played out so importantly to me over the last just over a year that I've had a chance to do this work.
Some of the biggest roadblocks that I've had, I would say my own head. Sometimes I'm very driven for sure, and I know the Lord's made me that way, and he did it for a reason. But sometimes my own head, and coming up with what I think should be next, and driving that way, and listening, but not really hearing what the Lord's saying. And the best thing about that is the growth that I've had in being a C12 chair, because I have this group that sees that.